Fastest way to shrink: visceral fat. You could be exercising every day, eating healthy, and still feeding a silent killer in your belly. Yes, right now, your own body might be holding on to fat that's quietly destroying your health. It's called visceral fat, the hidden fat that wraps around your liver, pancreas, and stomach. And this isn't harmless. It actively drives diabetes, heart problems, fatty liver, and even cancer. Here's the scary part. Most people don't even know it's there. You might look fine in the mirror, but under the surface, this fat is doing serious damage. And here's the twist. The number on the scale might not show it, but your health is silently suffering. Most people think losing belly fat is about eating less and running more. Wrong. It's not about punishing your body. It's about eating smart and moving strategically. And I'm going to show you exactly how. First up, food. One of the most powerful weapons against visceral fat is carotenoid-rich foods. These are the natural pigments in vegetables and fruits that give them their colors: orange carrots, red tomatoes, dark green spinach. But here's the secret. Carotenoids aren't just for looks. They're antioxidants that fight cell damage and inflammation, the main culprits behind visceral fat storage. A study even found that eating carotenoid-rich vegetables for just 8 weeks can significantly reduce belly fat. So fill your plate with carrots, bell peppers, squash, and spinach. Fruits like mangoes and papaya help too. And here's a pro tip. The more colorful your plate, the faster your belly fat shrinks. Next, let's talk about green tea. And not just any green tea, the type rich in compounds called caicans. These flavonoids boost fat burning, increase energy use, and even block fat absorption. Pair that with caffeine in the tea, and your body starts burning fat for energy more efficiently. Research shows that drinking green tea daily for 12 weeks noticeably shrinks visceral fat. For maximum impact, go for minimally processed teas like matcha or sencha. Now, here's a big one. Food alone won't do it. Exercise is the multiplier that accelerates results. Diet affects overall weight, but exercise has a stronger effect on visceral fat. And here's something most people miss. Even moderate workouts can make a huge difference. One study found that just 2 45-minute cycling sessions per week for 2 months cut visceral fat by nearly 50%. That's right, almost half gone with only 2 sessions a week. And it wasn't extreme. They were at a low to moderate intensity, meaning you could still hold a conversation while working out. Here's a tip most people ignore. The fastest visceral fat loss comes from HIIT, or vigorous aerobic workouts. But don't overthink it. Consistency beats intensity. A walk you enjoy 3 times a week beats a HIIT session you dread once a month. Aim for 2 to 3 sessions a week, 45 minutes each, at moderate to vigorous intensity. Use the talk test. Full sentences but slightly winded. Moderate. Only a few words before pausing. Vigorous. Resistance training. Still important. It helps maintain muscle and boost metabolism. But for visceral fat, cardio, and HIIT work faster. And here's the kicker. The scale might not move much, even as your belly fat disappears. That's because your body composition is improving. Fat is shrinking even if the number on the scale doesn't budge. Here's the strategy. Load up on colorful veggies, drink green tea, and combine moderate to high-intensity exercise consistently. This targets visceral fat directly, improves insulin sensitivity, and lowers your risk of chronic disease. And here's the cliffhanger you've been waiting for. One breakfast habit can melt belly fat faster than you think. Want the full list of foods that attack visceral fat directly? Check out our video, The World's Easiest Breakfast Diet for Visceral Fat Reduction in 7 Days. It's packed with tips you can start tomorrow.